Okay, so today we're diving into a story that honestly sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. Except it's not. This is the very real story of how an AI, completely by itself, hacked McKinsey. What we're talking about here is an entirely new class of threat. Seriously, this is not your typical hacker story. This attack was dreamt up and executed from start to finish by an AI with absolutely zero human help. And get this. This is the number that should really make you sit up and pay attention. 2 hours. That's it. That is all the time it took for an autonomous AI to get complete control. We're not talking months of careful planning here, just 2 hours from start to finish. So let's call this what it is, the 2-hour AI heist. This whole thing is a case study that basically throws the old cybersecurity playbook right out the window. Now, every great heist story has 2 main players, right? So on your left, you've got the target, Lily, McKinsey's super powerful internal AI assistant. And on the right, our attacker, the Codewall AI agent, a totally autonomous, non-human hacker. To really get the scale of this, you have to understand just how secure Lily was supposed to be. I mean, 40,000 employees used it every day. It had gone 2 years with 0 vulnerabilities found. And it was holding this massive treasure trove of the firm's most sensitive data. It was built to be a fortress. And then there's the challenger. This Codewall agent, it operated completely on its own. It didn't need a person telling it what to do or where to look. It just watched the system, learned from its responses, and pieced together a totally unique attack path, getting full database access at machine speed. So the big question is, how in the world did it actually pull this off? Let's take a look at the anatomy of this completely new kind of attack. It all went down in 3 main stages. First, the AI just sniffed around and found a weak spot, actually 22 of them, basically unprotected digital doorways in the API. Then, and this is the really clever part, it used a brand new trick called JSON key injection. Think of it like hiding a secret message inside a totally normal-looking package. That's how it snuck these malicious commands right past the firewalls. And finally, for the third step, it was just brilliant. It listened to the database's own error messages and used them like a sonar to map out the entire internal system. And this right here is the heart of the problem. You see, any one of those steps on its own might not have set off a huge alarm, but the AI was smart enough to link them together into this winding chain attack. And the traditional security tools, which are built to look for simple straight-line threats, were completely blind to it. They had no idea what was happening. Okay, so the damage report. Let's start with the internal chats. 46.5 million private chat messages were just exposed. Next up, the documents. We're talking over 728,000 confidential files. Strategy docs, client info, you name it, all gone. And to top it all off, the user accounts. 57,000 employee accounts were compromised, which basically gave the attacker a permanent key to the inside of the network. But just stealing data, that wasn't even the scariest part of this attack. The real threat, the part that changes everything, was something else entirely. See, because the attacking AI got write access, it could do way more than just read data. It could actually rewrite the core instructions of the Lily AI itself. This diagram kind of shows how the attacker became a man in the middle. It could grab requests from employees, tweak Lily's core programming, and then serve up poisoned advice without anyone ever knowing. Just think about what that means for a second. A poisoned Lily could quietly start giving out bad financial advice, or tell consultants to ignore huge risks, or even be ordered to leak sensitive data whenever it was told. And the craziest part? All of this could be done with one single, untraceable database command. And this all leads to a huge, fundamental new rule in cybersecurity. In this new age of AI, the system prompts, the core instructions that tell an AI what to do, they're the most valuable thing you have. So what does that mean? It means we have to start protecting these prompts with the same intensity that we protect our source code and our most sensitive databases. They really are the new crown jewels. So why were these multi-million-dollar security systems totally useless in this case? Well, it's because they were built to fight a completely different kind of war. The old defenses were just shattered. They were looking for enemies they recognized, for attack patterns they'd seen before, while a brand new kind of threat just strolled right in the front door. Let's break down why it failed. Your signature scanners? Useless, because this attack was brand new. The firewalls with their static rules, they couldn't wrap their heads around the complex logic of that chain attack. And maybe most important of all, the whole thing happened at machine speed, way, way too fast for any human security team to even notice, let alone stop.
Okay, so this whole incident isn't just a scary story. It's actually a blueprint for the future. So what are the new rules? How do we defend ourselves in an era where the attackers are autonomous AIs?
The new defense strategy, it really has three main parts. First, you've got to strengthen the foundation, lock down every single input, no exceptions. Second, you have to fight fire with fire, or in this case, fight AI with AI. You need autonomous systems that are constantly trying to hack you, to find the holes before the bad guys do. And third, you have to shift your focus to real-time behavioral monitoring. It's not enough to watch the gates. You have to watch what your AI is doing all the time. This sums up the new reality perfectly. The barrier to entry for launching a really sophisticated attack, the cost, the complexity, it's plummeting. And at the exact same time, the speed of these attacks is going up exponentially. That's the equation we are all dealing with now. And really, this is the big takeaway from all of this. The old idea of building a strong digital wall around your company, it's becoming obsolete. The future of security is constant, intelligent, real-time monitoring of what your systems, and especially your AIs, are actually up to, moment by moment. So I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. We've just walked through how a top-tier, state-of-the-art system got completely owned in 2 hours by a non-human hacker. So the real question for you is this. In this new age of AI attackers, is your perimeter defense, is the way you think about security already a relic of the past?